We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysplayingzelda@gmail.com.
Okay, Red usually does the intros, but he's going to let me do this one, so I just want to start off by saying this is the best dungeon in the Legend of Zelda series. It's not even up for debate. I mean, you can argue all you want to, this is the best temple in the Zelda series. This is the Kate Upton of temples. This is the Michael Jordan of temples. It's the best. It's the best. Hands down.
This is part 1 of the Forest Temple, by the way.
I'm going to come strong with the intro on that one.
I like it. Hick here is enthusiastic about the Forest Temple.
I had one more that I wanted to say to Michael Jordan, but I forgot what it was.
It doesn't matter. He's been looking forward to that intro for a long time.
I absolutely love this temple, and it is by far my favorite temple in all of Legend. And very important part right here, there's a key that you gotta go up and get right here. Actually, a lot of people miss this key, so you want to make sure to go up here and get this one, because you'll kind of get stuck later on. You'll come back out here.
It's a neat little trick that you saw right there, using the hook shot to... It saves a little bit of time.
Kind of speeds up the climb.
Yeah, because it's a long climb up those vines sometimes. You hit with the hook shot, you get at least a little ways up there right off the bat.
You want to go ahead and get this Skulltula right here.
Always handy. But yes, getting this key right off the bat is important. If you forget about it, it's a pain.
And the first couple times I played this dungeon, I actually tried to jump right here. Use the hook shot to go to the treasure chest, because jumping right there is quite difficult.
Yes, it's not a very precise science.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're going to get that? You know, one of the, okay, the music on this temple is awesome, first of all. I mean, I love the music. But I think one of the main things I like about this temple is it's actually outside. Like, if you look up in this temple, you can actually see the sky and everything. Yeah, so you're actually outdoors in this temple. I think there's not. I don't know if there is another temple like that. Well, it's sitting in the sky, but we won't talk about that here.
Different game,
different game.
And none of us are fans of that.
Yeah, it's a horrible dungeon. But yeah, it's kind of like it. It's just a different feeling. The music's awesome. It's outside. I don't know. Just everything comes together in this one.
It is, and there are some fun puzzles actually.
Yes.
Or not necessarily puzzles, but just little. I don't have a good word for it, but little things in this dungeon that we'll talk about.
Brain teasers, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, and there's some fun touches. Obviously, the pose you saw right here. You have to eventually get these 4 posts lit, and you'll fight the pose.
As you'll see later on in this temple, we also get the bow, which is always everybody's favorite item, in my opinion. It's one of the better items in every Zelda game.
Of course. And something you missed out is as young Link in the first few dungeons of this game. That's for sure.
Yes.
Because right now your only ranged weapon is the hook shot as adult Link. And honestly, though, it only stuns enemies, correctly?
Yes, it stuns them. You want to use them on the skulls. Actually, I think those skulls... Ooh, watch this first one right here. Watch this. Oh, I get this guy. Beast mode. Beast mode right there. I show that guy what's up.
I think Hick just went LeBron James on
that
particular one.
That is the best Zelda action sequence I will have in all of our gameplays.
It's pretty funny, though. You destroyed that first one. The second one gave you some fits.
I got too confident after the first one.
I think so.
I got too confident.
You're all about that jump attack now.
Oh, the jump attack. I highly recommend the jump attack, because you don't have to hit him as many times.
Yep, it does twice. I believe it's twice the damage.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is twice the damage.
Or at least close to it. So.
And right here, I don't... what do we get right? The key. We get a key, I think.
I believe we do. That's just a little baby treasure chest.
I don't like the, when kind of like the treasure chest, like a little spinning thing, and then get you a little treasure chest.
For a little treasure chest.
Yeah, a little treasure chest. I don't like that.
It's kind of let down.
Yeah. And actually, as I was telling Red a couple temples ago, the Dark World, or I call it the Dark World still, this is the first place where we actually have a boss key.
Yes, that's true.
In the first 3 temples, we don't have any boss keys. Dungeons, bellies, whatever you want to call them.
We've been in temples, dungeons, bellies. It's been a good game.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and get this one right here too. Like I said, get as many of these as you go along as you can. Just gonna make it a lot easier in the end.
Yep. So you can cash those things in for a lot of good prizes.
Yeah, items later on.
But I really liked right at the beginning of this dungeon. You walk into this main room, and you have like 4 or 5 different directions you can go. Obviously, you went the first way. You got a key. You go this direction.
And you actually want to go this direction first or second, because there's another key in here.
Yep.
And if you don't go, you actually want to go up or here first. It doesn't matter which order you do them in, because if you don't, you'll get farther on a temple, and you'll be like, oh, I need a key. And you have to backtrack everywhere. So you actually want to go. The first 2 places I went, you want to do those in whatever order.
Yeah. And honestly, with all the vine, obviously you're in a forest temple.
And don't do this right here. What I'm about to do. Z-targeting does not work. Just kill him without Z-targeting and then shoot to the vines.
Yeah. But honestly, like I was about to say before that comedic moment there, with all the vines here in the Forest Temple, this dungeon, wow.
I think, and I always have problems with this, I think you gotta hold up when you do. I always have issues. I think if you hold up, it makes you stick on the vines.
Maybe.
But I'm not sure there.
Because you did it at the very intro, at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure
You're right. I think you gotta hold up and you'll stay on them.
Yeah, but I loved how up and down, how vertical this temple is. There's a lot of layers. You have to climb a lot of vines, things like that.
And that last room is one of the reasons I like this temple so much. Like, you can see, like, the sky. You were outside, and I think that's just like
wide open outdoor room. Yep, I agree.
It kind of just gives you a different feeling. So when I go into a temple, I feel like, I'm inside somewhere, And this one just gives you kind of a different feel of being outside.
And some of these temples are rather claustrophobic feeling, I guess.
Yes, I would say that. Yeah.
Very imposing in on
we go from exploring Hyrule or whatever Termina or whatever game you're playing. It's like, being, you're outside exploring and you kind of go into being inside.
Cramped.
Yeah.
And now we have our dungeon map.
And I know where I said this with the music. Just the music is just.
It's a very haunting, I guess, for lack of a better
great
word.
for this temple, I think.
It fits it very well.
Yes, it does.
Of course, the music in this game in general was outstanding.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, so now you've got a couple keys in your inventory. You've got the dungeon map. We're back into this main.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if this is the same one or not. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's the same one. There's two. Remember, there's two of these rooms, and you have to use the arrow. I don't actually do in this walkthrough because you don't really have to, but you have to use the arrow and the eye to open up the other one. So I'm not sure. It could be the same one, but I'm not really sure if it is or not.
Ow.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, let's just. We should cut that part out.
I mean, he could have just used the ladder right there too.
You get the well right here, and you'll just go down, and you'll hit that switch like lower to water, and you'll go down here, and you'll get the key.
Again, yet another key, honestly.
I wonder if something's in that water. I don't think I've ever actually tried to go in that water right there.
I don't think you can go
Probably,
down.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't think you can dive far enough when the water's at a higher level.
But you can jump into it, can't you?
I think so.
Probably rupees or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably nothing big.
But now that we've wrapped
this is the other room. You walk across it and then you go to this other room, which I don't know which ones are which now. I'm already getting confused now.
It's easy to get turned around in all of these Adult Link dungeons. Honestly, they're large dungeons. As
they're a lot harder than the not light and dark. Well, let's go child and adult Link. I guess,
as Adult Link, you'll see. I mean, as just looking at this, there's 3 parts to our walkthrough. Right? It's nearly 40
this is
dungeon.
This is a long dungeon,
and that's with a good walkthrough.
Yes, till the very end, which we will explain when we get there, because I kind of
we won't worry about that right now.
You don't want to hit. These guys are easy to kill with the hook shot because you don't have to wait for them to turn around and hit them on their bellies.
Yeah.
You can just kill them automatically with the hook shot.
One of the few enemies you can kill automatically with the hook shot. Normally doesn't it just stun them?
Yeah, and like I was telling Red, you actually get the hook shot. You have to actually get the hook shot to even get into this temple, but you'll go into the graveyard to get the hook shot.
Yep. Very handy weapon, though.
Which will be upgrade later in the water temple, which is the only good thing about the water temple.
There's not much good about it, that's for sure. Like I mentioned earlier when we were climbing all the vines, you saw us there climbing some ladders. There is a lot of height,
levels
to this dungeon.
And this right here, this is a very interesting room. You got to pull this block, but you have to go different ways to get on different sides of the block. And so,
and ideally, basically, it seems simple. You just follow the arrows.
Yeah,
but
you got to go around different ways to push the block.
Yep.
And like
it's a fun 3D puzzle.
Yeah, it is. And if I remember correctly, the first time I played this room caused me some problems. It really did.
Yeah, like I said, you think it's simple. You're just like, hey, let's follow the arrows.
Yeah, well, this first one's pretty easy right here.
There's several.
It's when you get to the second one when it gets kind of, tough.
Yep. But yeah, these block puzzles have existed in just about every Zelda game.
You know what's really amazing when you become Adult Link is how high you can jump.
That's true.
That's really, and then you gotta go back around. Yep. Like, in Adult Link, and you'll see there's a part, actually I don't know if I fall off or not, but there's a part, no, I don't think I fall off there. But I mean, he just jumps so much I mean, it's a whole different. When you're playing this game, it is so much different as adult Link than as
It
child.
really is, and it's not just the weapons. All the weapons are a big part of it. And you get the hook shot as an adult, you get the bow as an adult.
But how high you could jump, the different areas you could get to. I mean, it was just a whole different feeling.
Yeah, the fact that you can actually use your shield the right way.
And now I think this is the only Zelda game where really you change like ages, really, right?
As far as I know,
because Twilight Princess you didn't change. Skyward Sword, like Link to the
Past.
Past.
Different shapes, but you don't.
Yeah, but you don't change. This is the first. This is the only game in Zelda where you went from child and adult.
Yep, and it totally changes. And as you'll see when we get to the Spirit World or Spirit Temple later on, that really plays a major part, obviously.
And that's the part where I could get confused right there, where you push that block and then you got to jump back down to a lower level and use the ladder. That's actually a very confusing part right there.
Especially if you miss that ladder.
Yes.
It's
if you don't see that, if you don't see that ladder, because you're pushing a block, and then you go past that ladder the first time.
It's very easy to miss it. But yeah, this is a bit of a long.
It's a long room. It's a difficult room, but a fun room. A fun room.
It is. It is.
And then, you gotta go back down again. So I mean, this one gets this one. If you don't watch a walkthrough or anything on this part, or you never done this part, this will take you some time.
Yeah. Trial and error is not a fun way to do
Watch this. I go back. I'm in the right. I did the right thing there. And I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. Because I had the right idea. I was supposed to push that block. I climb up. I'm like, oh yeah, that was right.
Yeah, you had it right the first time.
Yeah, I had it right the first time. So
that happens. Second guessing yourself.
None of our walkthroughs will ever be 100%. I can tell you that.
No, we try, but we're not perfect. Oh, it's always nice when you hear that sound.
Yeah, you got something right. Yeah. You gotta think. I mean, this was like I think this walkthrough, the 3 parts ended up being like 40 minutes. This is watching another walkthrough and getting down how to complete this temple. I mean, if you're just going through this without watching any kind of walkthroughs or anything, this temple could take you well over an hour to finish.
I will never forget the first time I tried to stumble my way through the water temple without a guide.
Yeah, yes, that was a pain. Yes.
It was a nightmare.
And I love this part of the temple too, like these twisted rooms that when you untwist them or twist them back, it totally changes the outlay of the dungeon.
I agree. It's a fun concept. Later, once you get the bow, you're able to switch.
Yes.
Those rooms become, as Hick mentioned, twisted or untwisted.
Yeah.
And it affects the rooms at the end of them.
And that last key right there we just used on a door, if you don't hit those first 2 rooms that I mentioned earlier in the video, that's where you won't have a key to get through there.
As you see, we had 3 keys stockpiled earlier.
Yes.
We're up to 0 now.
Yeah, if you don't have that key, if you don't go to those first 2 rooms I mentioned, you'll be stuck right there.
Don't fall in the pit in the middle of
do you know what happens when you fall in the middle?
I think it drops you...
I wanted to try it right here, but I just didn't do it.
I think it drops you pretty far backwards in the dungeon.
See, I didn't know if you could just go right back up.
I think you have to go back... You wouldn't have to move all the blocks again, but I think you'd have to climb all those.
Okay. I'm not really sure what happens there.
If I'm not mistaken, I usually avoid falling.
I wanted to fall down there, just kind of show what was down there, but I just decided not to. Ooh, man, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, every once in a while you get a victory. Every once in a while you get, and then you get, that wasn't too great.
No.
That was not too good right there.
No, but these Stalfos enemies, they aren't too tough.
Yeah, if you use the where you can jump sideways with A, but right there, that's a good way to get around them and beat them.
You get around their shields.
I like the jump attack because I think the jump attack is easier to get by the swords and everything.
Oh yeah. And now we get the compass?
Bow and arrow. That's the mini boss.
That
was the mini boss right there.
That's right. And this can, well, not quite. But
we're almost to the end here.
We're getting to the end of the first part here. But yeah, now we have the bow.
Very good weapon.
And that will open up some parts of the
dungeon. And you will use it quite a bit throughout the rest of the game.